Hello and welcome back to the Super Metroid multi-category tournament last round match of the round of 8 between Zeni and azder. Azder has chosen low percent ice, so we are going to see which one of them manages to take down this match. We are super excited for this. They just ran RBO, so we have our first RBO and low ice back to back.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen here. Low ice, obviously, a very, very difficult category. They're going to be picking up the absolute minimum item set, um, which includes the two suits, charge beam, ice beam. That's it. 15 missiles, 10 supers, 1 power bomb. And maybe a couple of other things that I can't quite remember off the top of my head. Yeah. So, it's very, very low. It's very, very minimum. We're going to be seeing a very long Mother Brain fight, as we're going to be seeing some Ice Shield usage. We'll be seeing that against Ridley as well. We'll be seeing some long Ridley fights. It's going to be rough. We're going to be seeing, in all likelihood, we'll be seeing Fantoon first, but that is not required in this category. So yeah, we're in it here, and it's another hard category. Very, very difficult. No, speed booster not allowed. That's why this category is low percent speed. To the question in chat, I'm sorry, low percent ice. There is a low percent speed category where you pick up speed booster instead of the ice beam.
So, the Ridley fight is going to take 100 charge shots to get to the Ridley to half health. And after Ridley transitions, there's going to be 23 charge shots plus shooting off all the missiles and supers. Mother Brain is going to be the part which really gates this run. Ridley is hard, but nothing super special.
Yeah. Mother Brain, absolutely difficult. Yeah, you're right. You are absolutely right there. Another thing pointed out in chat is that yeah, we're going to be, like any percent, we're going to be picking up absolute minimum E-tanks. So that's 3. Go on.
So we'd say at this level, the lower Norfair escape is probably more dangerous than the Ridley fight. Especially if they take the Ridley's fight nice and safe.
Oh yeah. No space jump, no screw attack, no none of these luxury items that we're used to in other categories. RBO, 100%. Things like that. 20% all bosses where we pick up screw attack just because it's there. GT Classic where we get everything. Yeah, we're not going to be seeing any of those kind of items here in low percent.
So Zeni with a slight lead going onto planet.
Yeah, both runners really well executed Cirrus Station. You can gain or lose a couple of seconds by the steam patterns. But in the long run, I don't expect that to be a differentiator in this run. So we're going to be seeing Moonfall could easily be a differentiator, though. That's something that azder not using. And Zeni is in fact using here, as you see how fast Zeni is down the climb here.
But just like an RBO, this is ultimately just to see who has the lead going to Ridley, and we'll see how they do against Ridley, against Key Hunters in the lower Norfair escape, and against Mother Brain.
Absolutely.
In this category, neither runner has lost until the other runner has finished Mother Brain 2. Mother Brain 2 being a boss which just one hit them.
Mm-hmm. For sure, Mother Brain 2 very dangerous. Yeah, they cannot take any damage from Mother Brain, and like you were saying, it's so many shots on Mother Brain 2 that they're just gonna have to be very, very careful.
A 4-minute Mother Brain fight can easily kill them.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I mean, since this category is so minimal, they can pick up only a specific set of items. They can pick them up from anywhere. Like they don't have to pick up a specific set of missiles or a specific set of supers, but there's obviously a faster set to pick up that's kind of been optimized, and we'll see that in their routing. But they can only pick up a certain number of these items.
So they're going to be the items that 14% of items that they're going to be grabbing are 3 E-tanks, 2 missiles, 2 supers, 1 power bomb pack, both suits, morph bombs, charge and ice, and that is it.
I'm sure it's 2 missiles.
It is 2 missiles because one of the first missiles that they've already grabbed, and then the moat missiles. If they could horizontal bomb jump across the moat consistently, then 5 running 15 supers could become viable. But nobody can bomb jump across the moat consistently. ED in chat being one of the players who actually can HBJ across the moat. We see a call for a co-op rando tournament.
All
That
right.
sounds like a lot of fun, a scheduling nightmare, and a technical support nightmare, but a lot of fun.
Okay, so that's Bomb Chorizo down for both players. We'll be seeing ShinyZeni go into Terminator and pick up that E-Tank. That's going to be the first E-Tank that both runners pick up. The first of 3 that they're even allowed to pick up. They are not allowed to pick up anything outside that item set that we've already previously mentioned. This is another very difficult category.
And I'm signaling that they will be going up the direction. They will be doing Fantoon first, killing those pirates to save that health for Fantoon.
Yeah, very likely that they would want to do that. As they're having only a single missile here, he's going to have to definitely rely on drops from the Sealas. Whereas ShinyZeni, he only needs 1 drop here.
Azder with full health is going to get 2 guaranteed super missile drops.
They could drop nothing. There's a chance of that. It's unlikely, but that always sucks when they do. It's a small chance. Right.
Staring
There
at the
is.
drop table, and we don't think they actually can drop nothing.
There is early supers for both players. ShinyZeni going to be coming into Big Pink. Go pick up that charge beat.
Zeni got the weave. Zeni got the weave. No, most players go for a down back there. Zeni goes for a frame perfect weave. That doesn't have to unmorph.
Both players coming across new bridge here. Remembering to run, not fall down. Zeni going up Red Tower as you were postulating earlier. And looks like Azder's doing the same. These runners are pretty close here, neck and neck. Fantoon could give bad patterns and change things up.
And because this is low ice, because this is low ice, they're going to be only entering Fantoons with 10 max missiles rather than 15, which is going to make a 2-round Fantoon substantially harder.
Absolutely. Going to be doing some Doppler strats. No wave beam here in this run.
So two upcoming segments right here. Let's hope for good moat RNG from both of them and good Fantoon RNG. Oh, Zeni taking a hit from the CAC body. That is 20 damage.
Alright, Zeni using a power bomb there to farm the sizers.
Both of them with about the same health. And now the boat, one of the most difficult rooms in the game. We saw azder practicing that a lot. This is this is just one of the hardest. This room is very intentionally designed so that new players cannot get to Fantoon first. And boy, did they do a good job designing it that way. Both of them taking some swimming lessons.
I think it was just new players. I think it was
getting
in general, you're not supposed to go to Fantoon first. You kind of want to have some stuff. Like that grapple beam that's alluded to at the top there. Nicely done by ShinyZeni, getting across.
Oh no! Oh no!
So close there. So close.
Oh,
No!
again! It looks like
Man.
azder tried to down grab the platform. And it looks like azder might have had it if they didn't try to down grab the platform right there.
Yeah. This strat very difficult. Absolutely difficult.
It's really unfortunate having an azder's pick. We did see azder having some trouble with this in practice, and looks like that trouble is carrying on. There we go.
Alright, Fantoon, no pushover either. Oof. Zeni not quite getting that first Doppler set up right. Now, unfortunately, on 0 missiles, gonna have to rely on some flames here to get some drops. Right.
For an intentional enrage.
Yep, and supered him on purpose there. This is gonna guarantee, if he times this right at the end, it'll guarantee him some drops.
So Zeni is hit 4, 6, 12. So Zeni's going to need to do a 3+1 Doppler to finish this round off. So this is where azder could gain some time back.
It's possible. We'll see what patterns Fantoon decides to give azder, as well as how nice Fantoon decides to be. Oop, he got an extra 5th missile in there, so that's going to take Fantoon back to flying around.
That looked intentional. azder's going for a 3-round on screen.
Could be. Alright. Yep. Doing that twice in a row probably absolutely is intentional. As Zeni getting health bombed there, having only been at 15. Alright, nicely done. azder taking down Fantoon.
Wonderful on screen.
Yep, nicely done.
So a fast on screen is only about 1 second slower than a fast off screen.
Alright, so, second set of super missiles there for ShinyZeni. Go ahead.
Just a really, really nice RNG way to reduce RNG in low ice. If it were free to get 2 rounds, normal 2 rounds with low ice ammo, then Zost would go back to skipping charge missiles, like he was doing for a while in any % attempts. Ooh, Zenny barely manages to jump over the atomic. So Zenny did save before this. Did Zenny lose earlier to? Did Zenny lose a run to bowling earlier in the tournament?
I do not know. But bowling coming up here for Zenny. Gonna have some time to check out his social media.
So Zenny taking that save because Zenny took a death to bowling against Zost. So a very nice safety save. And because of that safety save, oh, azder RNG barely gets enough health, but does get enough health to keep going.
All right. Zenny here in bowling has some time to check out social media before he picks up the wetsuit. Same thing for azder. These guys very close. azder on a dangerous 3 energy.
So the deboost that a lot of people do coming out after gravity costs 2 health. So azder has the opportunity to reduce that to exactly 1 HP if they chose desire.
Oh no. Alright, there's the gravity suit for ShinyZeni. So at this point, we're going to be seeing ShinyZeni go and kill Kraid, and then go take a dive to Lower Norfair for Phantoon. Or Ridley. Goodness, they've already killed Phantoon.
So the world record route does kill Kraid after Ridley, so that you can farm mini Kraid after Ridley. But but doing the lava dive, doing Lower Norfair down a tank, and with less health, and without barrier for the lava dive, is very risky. So we don't expect anybody to do that in the tournament at all.
Yeah, I just don't see the need for that.
So about an elevator difference between them. azder having slightly better ammo, specifically Peebs. Zenny gonna have to farm the frog to break the tube early.
Nice damage boost there by azder. And here is Zenny going into the warehouse. As predicted. Going to be killing Creed. Pick up that Varia suit.
Zenny doing some extra farms because of Zenny's low missile count.
Almost have some missiles here before he goes into.
Ooh, it's even going to use the power bomb here to save those missiles.
Yeah, that'll save those missiles. Nice how he takes that off screen. It still kills all the pirates, but it saves him the kind of animation lag of that power bomb.
Zenny unfortunately not having a power bomb at Kraid. Zenny would have liked to have a extra power bomb at Kraid for lag reduction. So it looks like azder's going to be going for the 4 super quick kill versus Zenny's 2 missile free super.
Not having any missiles coming into this room, gonna force his hand on that a little bit, but that might be where he's comfortable with the Kraid quick kill anyway. So. As for some players, that's kind of where this is their bread and butter as opposed to the missile quick kill, which we saw on Zenny's side. Alright, there's barriers for both runners. So here we're going to be seeing the run down to Lower Norfair at this point in time. And it's going to be a Ridley kill. Oof, be on the edge of our seat for that.
And they will be
Go ahead.
They will be grabbing the crate E-tank.
Yeah.
But we didn't expect them to be grabbing the high jump E-tank.
No, because I would expect that they go and pick up the Bot Wound E-tank after Bot Wound for the refill there.
The third E-tank is going to be the Ridley E-tank for sure. If they don't pick up high jump. After Bot Wound, they need to farm up. After Bot Wound, they're going to need to farm up to full supers. And we'll get full health along the way. There's some tiny chance that one of them will opt for the high jump E-tank now for a race safety.
Yeah, Zeni going for that ice beam. That required in this category.
So ice or speed, you need one of ice or speed to get past Bot Wound hallway, and you need one of ice or speed to do Zeb skip. And it was figuring out Zeb skip that made the that made 14% possible. Before that, this tech was to grab 15% to grab an extra missile pack and kill the Zebs one by one. So the absolute optimal way to do this, if you're going for a world record attempts, is to grab Terminator E-tank, Ridley E-tank, and then Bot Wound E-tank. And that will set you up for a Lower Norfair, where you do a lava dive without Varia. So it's a Varia-less lava dive with one tank LN. Nobody's going to be doing that in a race, but that is what the world record does.
She wasn't crazy about picking up Bot Wound E-tank.
And that saves you a tiny amount of time on picking up door transitions for picking up E-tanks. And it also saves you, and it also allows you to grab mini crate farms before Meridia, which saves a farm after Lower Norfair.
Well, our runners have picked up that crate E-tank tonight, so we'll be seeing how they attack Ridley fairly shortly. It looks like Zeni's going to farm up a little bit here before he goes into Lower Norfair. Azder coming across here. They could save here before this lava dive, but it looks like neither of them have actually chosen to save.
The lava dive is incredibly safe in this category. You can just if something does go horribly wrong, you can just equip gravity and jump out and go back to the farm. So we're gonna see a high jump plus gravity jump. There's two ways to do this. One is wall jumping off the left Namahe, and the more classic way is to just jump from here, which is a pretty tight timing. So let's see if it. And this is where having Varia is super useful. Zeni is going for a save before LN.
Yeah, I like this safety. All right, nice boost there for Azder.
Chronic boost for Azder. Beautiful G jumps for both of them. And both of them re-equipping gravity on the elevator to save about 40 frames. ShinyZeni remembered to save the game. So Zeni, they're both going to have to powerbomb their way through the pillars room. And they are less than a room apart right now.
Don't have any other equipment to get through this room, so power bombs is the only choice.
Okay, this is a really, really fancy static strat. Unfortunately, it looks like it's gone wrong for Zeni. Oh, Zeni's actually going to reset the room rather than killing them all. Azder's just going to kill them all.
Killing them all does make this room a little bit easier.
I'm not going to kill them all.
Freezes that one on the top. It actually makes it easier to rather he can jump off the back of that one like he did, rather than make it that like one pixel perfect jump at the top to get up there, because they don't have high jump boots. So.
And Azder is taking the lead.
Yeah. This is kind of the play that Azder wanted to make here. Hmm?
Okay, Zeni, very, very smart backup. One that we would not have thought of.
Yeah, infinite bomb jumping after killing all the pirates. Yeah, that kind of a strat you'll see in randomizers.
So, the pirate ended up being frozen too low to get all the way up. So Zeni just started bomb jumping off the pirate.
Yep.
There's a beautiful way to clean that up.
When you got to get up there, any way counts. All right, Azder taking that save here before Ridley. I really like that play. I think we're going to see that from both of these runners. Looks like ShinyZeni is going to be going and farming some power bombs here from the fire fleas.
Zeni grabbing the E-tank?
I would not think so, but I think he would want just some power bombs here.
Oh, right. Zeni had to use the extra power bomb in the worst room.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Azder having 0 power bombs here, which is exactly where he wants to be with his power bomb count. Well, not quite exactly, but having the perfect amount to get through Wasteland.
So Zeni is going to be RNG dependent on the first pirate to be able to super both of them. Because Zeni is going to be entering the Metal Pirates room with only 4 supers. So that's also off the worst room mistake, so. Let's see if the worst room costs Zeni any more additional time.
It's farming up here in the Norfair farm room. I'm going to see him farm up all the way. Or at least as much as possible. I don't know that he can get full power bombs. And then we're going to be seeing a very, very difficult, low percent Ridley fight here.
And there it is. Zeni has to use missiles.
Yeah, I can't stress how difficult this Ridley fight is going to be for both of these runners. This is... They're going to have to... We talked about this in the RBO run about AI manipulation on Ridley, and they're going to have to be doing that. They really can't get hit by Ridley's tail. These ice shields are very, very not free. Alright, Azder using power bombs here. You can double hit Ridley for 400 energy on these power bombs.
So above 80% HP, Ridley will always pogo. Then after that, Ridley will do a combination of pogos and swoops.
Yeah, they don't want to see too many swoops. For sure. And they don't want to be in that acid there very long either. Oof.
So after Ridley transitions, Azder is going to need about 27-ish shots. Azder is not full missiles, so he's going to need a few extra shots. So 27-ish charge shots, and then just going to shoot off the ammo. So interesting decision of Azder not to shoot. Not to farm to full missiles.
Oh.
Yeah, Azder would have gotten all 4 missiles on the next farm.
Yeah, the Zebos have a pretty good chance of dropping just about anything he needs, except for the power bombs, which the violas then drop. Both of these runners pounding away at Ridley. This just spectacular. The precision required to do this, amazing.
We really, really wish that there was an indicator for how much HP Ridley had left for both of them.
Only the color of Ridley on the screen. But yeah, it would be really nice to see if we could see it. Not necessarily the runners. Oof, this has me on the edge of my seat.
So Zeni with full HP still. Azder has taken 1 E-tank worth of damage.
Yeah, I mean Ridley's dangerous. He's absolutely dangerous.
Suda screwing through the fireballs wonderfully. Suda screwing through the fireballs is necessary for a damageless fight. And any second now we should see Azder, Ridley. There we go, Ridley just changed colors for Azder. So about 27 shots plus the rest of the ammo.
Getting hit by Ridley's tail there again, Azder. Gotta be very careful. ShinyZeni pounding away.
It should be just about the rest of the charge shots for Azder. So as soon as we bet that as soon as Ridley starts pogoing, Azder's just gonna unload the ammo. And there we go.
Yep, there's your call. Perfect.
That is a dead Ridley. That is a very dead Ridley.
Come on, Ridley, pick him up. Don't. Oh, all right. Azder has Ridley down. ShinyZeni
3102 drops up here.
What's that?
3102 drops up here. Let's see how far Azder is ahead with this.
ShinyZeni should be pretty close here with having Ridley down. Yeah, Ridley's he's using his ammo now too.
Just ate a missile. Ridley's tail ate a missile for Zeni.
Yeah, so he's gonna have to get at least another shot in. Nope, it doesn't matter. Ridley down for ShinyZeni.
So that is a 32-second lead for Azder right now.
So that leaves one Dragon and one Mother Brain for these runners.
And a bot wound.
What's that?
And a bot wound. Never free in this category.
Bot wound. Bot wound. Just a mini boss. He's not a real boss.
So one of the hardest parts of the run is actually coming up right here, which is not getting hit by the key hunters.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the key hunters do a ton of damage, even with both suits. So there are 2 sets of key hunters. Well, first in the Norfair key hunter room, and then in the 3 musketeers. Triplets in each room.
Zeni's actually going to take an intentional hit. Okay, Zeni's going to get double booped there. So neither of these runners with great HP right now.
Nope. 200 and change. So, oof. Oh man, so close. Oh, and they're doubling up on Azder. Ganging up on him right there. Alright, he makes it through. The first of the key hunter rooms.
One more dangerous room for Azder.
Yeah, these dangerous, even in any percent. There's really no good way to manipulate them to have them in a good spot. So they're just kind of wherever you don't want them to be. That's where they tend to be. Ooh, ShinyZeni getting a hit by the Namihe flame there. Azder coming in here, 3 musketeers. Past the first. Past the second. Pass. Oh, past the third. Wow.
Good shot with plenty of HP to spare.
Yeah, 117. Definitely good. ShinyZeni coming in with 183 here. Oof, wow, he is...
Ow!
Oh, beautiful. That was spectacular. Making all three of them not taking a single hit. Three Musketeers absolutely scares everybody every time. That room is scary. Alright, here's Azder coming into the Batcave. This looks like a farm to me. Can't go get Speed Booster. And definitely does not want to go pick up anything else. As far as missiles or any other items. So...
Zeni is skipping the farm.
Zeni is skipping the farm. I guess he feels his 203 health
Zeni's gonna go for the farm here.
Okay. Alright.
He needs
farming
full
just in a
supers
different
here.
location. Yeah. He's got full-on supers. So we'll see what else he gets.
And this room is what this farm is why the world record kills Kraid after Ridley. Just to skip the super farm.
Alright, so our runners full to the top on their equipment. And now they're going to be heading over to Meridia to take on Dragon. No speed booster in sight. So, what kind of Dragon fight are we going to be seeing from these runners?
So the very first thing that we're going to be seeing is they're going to have to gravity jump up Mount Everest. And that's not a super tight timing, but it is something that it is something that can be messed up. And then next they're going to be entering the Botwound hallway with only 9 supers. So they are going to want to try to they're going to farm a Metroid or 2 to try and get to full supers before the Botwound fight. Because Botwound is going to take 10 hit supers, and they want to enter Botwound with all 10 supers. After that is going to be the Dragon fight, where they're going to open with ice shields. They're going to be using some pseudo screws to trade with Dragon. Each pseudo screw will do 200 damage to Dragon and 40 damage to you. And then at the Dragon fight, which we'll talk about more when we get there, the most important thing is to not shoot off all your ammo right away, but to make sure that you're always make sure that you're picking up all the drops you can.
That's gonna be very important. Alright, looks like Azder's going for, instead of a second gravity jump, just some wall jumps. These very, very tight wall jumps. I myself like the gravity jump. It's maybe a little bit slower because you have to pause, but it's less tricky.
There we go.
Alright, he's got it.
And now they're neck and neck.
What's that?
They're neck and neck now.
Yeah. Alright, here's the 9 supers that you're talking about. ShinyZeni still low on power bombs. Only has a single power bomb here.
Raids have a 25% chance of dropping supers, so they're gonna get one shot at it. They're gonna kill the one that they're gonna kill this one after they do the ice clip to try and farm a super. Or not.
Azder says nope. And Zeni got a health drop.
So three missiles and 9 supers here.
Gets
beautiful by Azder.
Yeah, really nicely done. A nice 2-round there. And we're gonna see him farm up.
Zeni, unfortunately, going to have to finish this off with charge shots.
Yep. Yeah, the Botwound's hitbox is basically ridiculous. So, you know, whoever decided to program Botwound's hitbox, after all these years, we are still upset with you. Just kidding. Thanks for making this game. We love it. Alright, here's that farm by ShinyZeni. Meanwhile, Azder going to be coming into the Coliseum in short order here. No speed booster or space jump or anything crazy like that. Although the only way to get space jump is through like a randomizer. So we're gonna be seeing him go through this room kind of a regular way, not even with grapple. The intended way.
And that is a 15-second lead for azder right now. And we'll see what it is after the Dragon fight.
Yeah, Dragon, definitely no pushover in this category. There's Zenny trying to go for another little farm there on that Metroid. He got something.
azder's gonna leave one of the turrets up to save 3 missiles.
It's not a bad choice. His missiles were a little bit low coming into this. The turret can absolutely troll him though. So it's something if it bothers him that much, maybe with a farm off of Dragon, he can take it out later. Uh-oh. Getting gooped there.
Didn't get much that time. So azder's going to be doing some pseudo screws against Dragon. Every pseudo screw does 40 damage to you. This fight is not going well for azder. azder needs those goops for farming.
Yeah. Alright, here's another ice shield by ShinyZeni there. Really taking advantage of kind of sticking Dragon in the corner and pounding away at her.
And Zenny has taken the lead.
Most likely. There's still a lot of this race to go with that mother brain fight.
azder's health is getting a bit low. Oh, and azder's still pseudo screwing.
Yep, he wants to get in that extra damage.
Oh, azder getting grabbed again.
Getting grabbed, yeah. Alright, there is a Dragon down for ShinyZeni. And a Dragon down for azder. Really nicely done by both of these runners. Looks like they're gonna gravity jump out of this room. Yeah, this is a nail biter, folks. Stay in your seats. Stay glued to your screens. Because this is not over until it is over. We've said this, the most difficult part of this run, that mother brain fight, is coming up.
So azder decided to skip the drops, and azder's not going to have the health that he needs to deboost off these spikes, like Zenny will be able to.
Yeah, and his ammo is very, very low, so he's going to have to do something about that as well. And that, I think, was a pure time save for azder. Azder, he just wanted to go and I've got to go. Zenny is good, so I've got to make sure I am moving.
azder gets some block ball into that up there.
Yeah, very nicely done. And we're gonna skip by the E-tank. Can't pick that up in this category. We've already got all our items.
So what is azder going to be doing about ammo? Is azder going to be taking a ship refill?
I think it's a 15-second time loss if he wants to do that, so I hope not. Oof, bouncing that snail around the room.
Okay, so this is... Okay, so Zenny's going to go for the left side. No, Zenny's going to go for... This is a 3-frame gravity jump right here. Let's see how Zenny can do.
It's possible that...
No.
Oh, it's possible that azder farms the Zebos up here.
3-frame G-jump, 3-frame G-jump, 3-frame G-jump. First try for azder.
Nice.
Wow, this stink.
That is really, really difficult. And this bomb jump out of there is also... Folks, if you are not already doing so, be sure to give these runners a follow. I mean, they are... He's not farming those guys either.
That's a ship refill.
No, I don't know. Maybe he wants the Metroids?
That has to be a ship refill.
I can't imagine he skips the drops and then wants to take that 15-second time loss at a ship refill, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We will see. He's got a super selected, so okay. No, he's going back to power bombs. So you can power bomb through here, and we'll see. Does he go to the ship? Yep, he's going to the ship like you called it. And he's taking that time loss. Alright, so azder's ammo is now perfect. ShinyZeni's is decent. 7 and 4. The Metroids themselves will make up for that.
Hopefully. We'll see how Zeni handles the Metroid rooms. Because Zeni is not in a place where Zeni can super every Metroid.
Yeah, fair enough. Azder doing a little bounce down the Terminator room.
Azder will be able to just super everything in Torian with going in with full supers.
Yeah, with full supers. Alright, so first to the Golden 4 is ShinyZeni. I imagine we see a save at through all the Metroid rooms for both of these runners. Would you agree?
Sorry, we just zoned out for a second. Completely missed what you said.
Ah, never mind. It's...
So the next time that we'll be watching them sync is the exit of Metroid 4. Zeni with a 53 Intertorian.
Yep, he's going down the elevator, and we're going to see how he decides to tackle Metroid room number 1. 4 Metroid rooms in the pattern of, what is it, 4, 2, 3, 3?
4, 2, 3, 3.
Yep, 4, 2, 3, 3. It proves I can count. And very nicely done by azder.
Oh, no.
ShinyZeni as he gets through, gets through Metroid room number 1. azder missing one of those Metroids. All right, not a bad recovery there. Okay, ShinyZeni using some grouping strats here in Metroid room number 3. Oof. All right. Go ahead.
Zeni's health is not going to be good, but that's fine because Zeni is not. They're not going to be going for baby skip anyway.
No, not in this category. So one thing they do want to see is exactly that. What ShinyZeni just got: full ammo. 10 and 10. Both runners have 10 and 10. Both runners coming into the baby here. Whew. This is really close. Really close.
Yeah, this is super exciting. Oh, Zeni did not damage down.
No, he's gonna get grabbed here. That's okay. With 3 E-tanks, it's not that minimal a time differential.
But these are precious seconds that azder is gaining back here.
Sure, I guess. I mean, there are a couple of things that will make the baby drain you faster, like turning off suits. But like I don't know, the cost for some of those things, even getting damaged a little bit. Well, I guess you can damage off the side hopper there. So, but getting like turning off the suits, they definitely will do that because that's going to require a pause. Alright, they've got the Ghidorah opened up, so that means there's one more pink door to open up. They're going to refill their energy and their missiles here. And then they're going to need the refill on both of those after they open up that pink door. No, well, they don't need to refill their energy. They do need to refill those missiles, though.
So this is all going to come down to Mother Brain at this point. Both of them are going to be saving before Mother Brain.
Yep.
No! Wow.
Alright, Zeni just going straight in, using a super to open the door.
Wow, neither of them saving.
Saving that second farm I was talking about. Alright, yeah, no, neither of them saving. This is risk it for the biscuit. As they're getting the Zeb skip first. Cannot take too much damage here. Has to be basically perfect with his fight, and his Mother Brain 2 he's in on it. It's gonna take a ton of patience and
oh, Zeni gets the super eaten. Zeni is soft locked.
Oh no.
Did Zeni not? Zeni didn't save.
Nope, neither of them saved. We just mentioned that. Like, this could be, if azder messes up this Mother Brain fight, this could be both of our runners going back to their last save, which, I guess, after Ridley, maybe? I don't even remember. Oof, you cannot take too many of those french fries, azder. Oh boy, this has me on the edge of my seat. I don't know where you are at, folks at home, but holy wow, what a turn of events. This is kind of the way that azder wanted this race to play out. You know, going into Mother Brain and having an advantage. Wow. Unbelievable.
And it looks like Zeni is not holding the controller right now.
No, he's sitting there on the game over screen, so we'll see. He might be. I mean, these players can watch each other, so this is not like randomizer. They can watch each other, so he might be waiting for azder to take the death at Mother Brain, if even that's going to happen. If azder gets to the cutscene, this is kind of over. But you know, I don't know. If I were Zeni in that position, right? I think I would go back to my save and keep playing. And because then if something happens to azder, I have a huge advantage in time, making it back to Mother Brain.
That is exactly what we would do.
Yeah, this is absolutely not a free fight for azder. This isn't a free fight for anybody. Zosty, who's amazing at this game.
So after 150 shots, Mother Brain will start her catch-up beams, and those are a one-hit KO right now.
Yeah, very, very dangerous.
So azder has to count very carefully so they know exactly when their 151st shot is.
Yeah. Yep.
So azder must be getting very close to it. Ooh, that french fry trying to snipe azder.
Yeah, absolutely. Mother Brain is pulling out all the stops here to kill azder. Like, look at all the constant onion rings and tater tots dropping from the sky. French fries flying all over the place. And if you're not hungry by now, you should be. Maybe you just ate? I don't know. Oh,
there we go.
Zeni. Okay, Zeni maybe took a mental break. Ooh, there's those catch-ups. And it's now kind of back into it.
Oh no! Azder hits Motherbrain's body!
Azder is... And neither runner has saved! So they are going... They're going back!
Wow! That is a save before Ridley for Zeni.
It's...
A save... Wow! They're neck and neck
be,
again.
Yeah,
All
it
the way
may
back
be
to
for
Ridley.
both. Wow.
So if Zeni hadn't walked away for those precious... Hadn't walked away for 30 seconds, Zeni could have had a 30-second lead right here.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is quite the turn of events. And that just shows how dangerous this category really is. It is unbelievably hard. Even for the best of runners. And I would say in this tournament where we are, we have some of the best runners at this game.
So Zeni is RNG dependent on these pirates again. And gets us all the supers he needs this time, so... In a really good spot.
Yep, not bad. Alright.
So this could... Both of these runners getting really punished for not saving.
Absolutely punished for not saving. I was talking about this earlier, and you know, I was saying when they came into Turian, I would expect both of them to have saved there, and neither of them did. I don't know. Maybe they're just maybe they were in each other's heads. You know, they're both so good at this game that they just wanted to go fast. Because they knew they were both next to each other, and if they did it perfect the first time around, there's no coming back if you take that extra time to save. There's the door transition, there's the save cutscene, you know. I don't know. That's the only thing I could think of there.
Odds you're not taking it. Saving Torian is taking decades off of PPU's life. We think that's true of everybody watching this.
Right, as they're coming into the Ridley fight, meanwhile, Zeni already having a couple of ice shields on Ridley. And we are going to be in it for the long haul again, folks. As we battle the Space Pelican, nobody's friend, nobody likes him. I don't know why he tries to give people hugs. He is not following social distancing rules. Azder, you want to get out of that acid, my man. Alright. Oof. Scaring everybody.
With another amazing Ridley, hasn't taken a single hit yet.
Yeah, I mean, just for the fact that you can do this Ridley, I think that's spectacular.
Zeni's RBO experience really paying off.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, because I mean, you want to be able to manipulate Ridley. You want to be able to take him to where you want to go. You want to be able to, you know, and it's really important when you have no suits. So, ShinyZeni showing off kind of, you know, what he was showing off in the last race. So this means our runners have to kill Ridley, have to kill Dragon again, and then back to Torian.
Yeah, and last time Zeni had a really clean Dragon, and Azder had a bunch of trouble with Dragon, which gave Zeni the lead, which led to neither of them saving.
Maybe. We'll have to find out why they didn't save at the end of this match.
Zenny does have Ridley below half now. Azder's still working on it.
We see
There we
the
go.
slight color shift there. Yeah, that Ridley health tracker would be absolutely spectacular for a category like this. That up on screen.
Beautiful fight by Zenny. Only taking
Done.
60 damage.
Yeah, alright, looks like azder has switched over to ammo here, so Ridley missed a couple of shots there, I think. Ridley just continually pogoing away on azder. One of these days, we'll decide to pick him up.
Looks like Azder's tried to jump into the claw several times, but Ridley hasn't been dead.
Yeah. That is... Alright. Ridley dead for azder, picking up the E-Tank. ShinyZeni making his way out. And... yeah, this... we talked about this earlier. No, absolutely not free. Very dangerous. There are 2 Key Hunter rooms coming up. Both the Norfair Key Hunter room and the Three Musketeer room. And we're going to see how these guys handle both of these rooms coming up real shortly.
Zenny going for a clip again.
Yep. Taking a little bit extra damage there with that clip, but yep.
Only takes 1 hit this time. Last time took 2, so already in a better spot.
Yeah. Yeah. Though Zenny had a much cleaner pass through Three Musketeers than azder did, so we'll see how the Key Hunters want to treat these guys. ShinyZeni making his way through the Norfair Key Hunter room, getting dinged a little bit there, but otherwise a very clean pass through that room. Those guys, like I said earlier, there's no way really to manipulate their positioning or anything like that, so it's just kind of, are you going to be in my way, or you know, can I get by you? Whew, as they're getting favorable positioning there. Nice. Being patient, rolling under the feet of the Key Hunter. Really, really nice. Not to take any of the damage. Spectacular. Ooh, Three Musketeers for ShinyZeni. Yeah, man. Make all the noises. Very nicely done by ShinyZeni. Oh man. Here comes Three Musketeers for azder. Yeah, this room absolutely scary.
Ooh.
Down to 69. Shoutouts to Wild Anaconda 69.
And that is why they grab the extra E-Tank. That is why they grab the extra E-Tank.
Yep. Alright, ShinyZeni going for the farm up in the back cave this time around, as opposed to down in the other location that he used the last time. And we'll see azder do pretty much the same thing.
Azder, unfortunately, out of missiles there, probably accidentally burns a super to kill the orb. So now he's gonna have to farm up an extra super.
Yeah, I'm gonna want to farm up to full here. Most important thing is the ammo. Alright, he's going with 10 and 9.
So where this race is right... Oh, the CAC.
There you go. That is a smart use of that CAC attack there. That is basically guaranteed to drop a super missile. So very heads up play by azder there.
That is game knowledge.
Yeah, absolutely. Knowing these drop tables, pretty important. Well, we talked about this at the very, very beginning. Ammo management. This is a category of ammo management, energy management. Like, you are just managing every single resource you have in order to get through.
So
King Cat giving back to the people. Thank you, chat, for that one.
With where we are now, this race could very well be decided by the fact that Zeni decided to take a minute, 30-second to a minute long break after the death.
See, these guys are very, very close. But you know what? Like, I almost don't blame Zeni, right? Centering yourself after such a stressful position, it might be the way. Like, you see how his execution has been very spot on, and it might be what he needed to come back in after that, very nerve-wracking death at the Mother Brain. Where it's very close, your opponent's right next to you. It's a very difficult fight, and you do something and just make it a little bit off. So this might be exactly what he needed mentally to kind of come back into this game.
So azder going to be making a second attempt at the upper part here. Let's see if azder can get it with fewer tries this time.
Yeah.
And this gave azder a bunch of trouble.
That was trouble enough. There he goes. He got it. And ShinyZeni going for the farm and not getting it again. Man, that Metroid just doesn't want to give it up. Alright, here's azder going to be coming in. ShinyZeni, wow, that was a really nice round one on bot wound by ShinyZeni there. And finishes him off in round two. Okay, azder is... Oh, I guess maybe accidentally opened up that first Metroid. Alright, there's the clip. There's the farm.
This time.
Yep. Yeah, that might be like both an energy and an ammo thing. Here's Zeni with the farm. Ooh, man.
One.
That was a really nicely done round one though by azder.
Wow. That was so good.
It was. It was. And it just goes to show the skill of both of these runners is amazing, right? They're in the top 8 of this Super Metroid multi-category tournament, which definitely means no slouches left here. Not like me. Then they've got a lot of skill. This category and RBO, like these are really difficult categories, and these guys are flying through with absolute precision. All right, ShinyZeni coming into the Dragon fight. Meanwhile, azder going over to the Coliseum. All right, folks, who are just joining us, thank you for joining us. You are watching the Super Metroid multi-category tournament, Race 2 of ShinyZeni versus azder, where ShinyZeni has taken game number 1 of the match, best of 3, and this here is low percent ice. Both runners having taken a death previously at Mother Brain, and going to be coming back around to both Ridley and Dragon. Thank you all for coming in and watching tonight's exciting race. Both runners very close here on Dragon. Alright, here's some more ice shields by ShinyZeni.
Zeni with a very clean fight so far. Last time azder did get gooped a few times, so this is definitely somewhere where Zeni gained time last time. So let's see how Let's see how it goes this time.
Yeah, we will see how it goes. Looks like a very nice farm there for azder. ShinyZeni getting grabbed. No good. We don't want to get grabbed by Dragon.
Zeni had to find some way to get rid of the last ice shield.
Yep. All right. Nice
azder
farm
hitting
there.
a few too many particles with missiles.
Mm-hmm. Nice farm there by azder. All right. He's still doing those pseudo screw attacks. Takes some damage every time he does that, but gets a nice hit on Dragon.
And misses a super, unfortunately.
Yeah, always rough when you miss supers. Dragon's like real rare to drop supers on them goops.
Ooh, misses another super.
Yeah. You don't want to miss too many of those.
Both of them having a bit of a rough time here.
Yeah, Dragon, she's tough. Oh no, Azder at 9 energy.
Oh no!
Well, by the tail. Oh no, ShinyZeni taking Dragon down, so that is one dead shrimp. Oh boy. And no save, so that means we're back before Ridley for azder.
azder was taking a bunch of risks there. azder knew exactly what they were doing and took risks and and messed up.
Yeah, those pseudo screw attacks into Dragon definitely risky. Alright. ShinyZeni gonna be leaving the precious room here. So ShinyZeni at this point in time going to be heading over to Torian. We'll see if they want a safety save this time with a big lead going into Torian. Oh, they're going to safety save here after Dragon. Interesting.
Zeni is watching the stream.
Oh, for sure. We have seen both of them in chat responding to stuff. So that's how good at this game they are. They can play these really hard categories and talk about it live.
Zeni definitely going to be saving before Mother Brain this time. With a lead like this, you have to save before Mother Brain.
I could only imagine that to be the case. You know, Mother Brain, super not free in this category. Very, very difficult. A couple of deaths at Mother Brain could put it neck and neck again. You know, give it azder enough time to kind of, you know, catch up. And that may be what azder's counting on.
Yeah. So this is, if azder loses, this is azder's last match of the tournament. And so there's no matches after this azder needs to save energy for. azder can just go for it.
Yep. This is an elimination match, absolutely.
If this was still game 1, azder might want to walk away and save energy for game 2, but in the last match, you just keep going for it until the very end.
Yeah, go for gold.
And the winner of this match will be playing Sloters in the semifinals. On the other side of the match, on the other side of the bracket, is going to be Zost versus Kip.
Very, very exciting. Very, very exciting.
Kip versus Zost is one that we are very excited for, because Kip, once Kip vetoes Hundo item, Kip is one of the most well-rounded players in this tournament. A couple minutes behind Zost in basically every category. So one of the people in the category, so actually everybody, the remaining players all have a good chance of taking out Zost. And this match is not over yet.
I would think in the multi-category tournament that all of our players are decently rounded in this game. All right. azder's got to be a little bit careful. He's taking a couple of hits here. All right, he's got Ridley back in the pogo pattern. That's kind of where he wants him to be. ShinyZeni coming over to Torian. Alright, ShinyZeni ammo 9 and 9. Pretty decent here. Doesn't need any kind of ship refill. Alright, man, Ridley being a pain as usual. Just die. We all don't like you.
Didn't he just about enter Golden Force, so...
Yep. Gonna be taking a moment to check some social media.
With a lead like this, Zeni's going to have a very relaxed set of Metroid rooms and relaxed Torian, and it just has to, and then has to do the terrifying weather brain.
Azder missed a super missile there. Not great. Gonna have to account for that. Super missile, 600 damage on Ridley. So that will extend his fight a little bit here. Looks like Azder has Ridley where he wants him to be.
And that should be a dead Ridley.
Yep. Maybe one or two more shots. Ridley didn't want to grab. Didn't look like Ridley didn't want to pick up Azder there. Back in the pogo.
With full everything. Then he can take these Metroid rooms nice and safe.
46. Ridley's dead. Ridley looks dead. Oh.
That's a dead Ridley.
Okay, that is a dead Ridley. Wow, 16 energy.
No ammo.
Woo.
No ammo drops for Azder.
Yeah, I think that's okay. You can farm up in the Norfair farm room. Just not dying is really where you want to be on that. That is the more important thing.
And Zeni is going to pseudo screw damage down this time. Zeni doing such a good job with this.
Yeah, he did something a little bit similar last time, I think. It was Azder that kind of skipped that. So, all right, the big question coming up here: the save. Will Zeni take the save at the top here of Mother Brain?
We'd hope so.
Yes. Absolutely.
Money on the line. We can't imagine anybody not taking the save in this position.
Yep. All right. So there's the Ghidorah open for ShinyZeni. Meanwhile, Azder's going to be making his way through those very dangerous Key Hunter rooms here in the Norfair Key Hunter room. Okay, here's a refill number 1 for ShinyZeni. 1 of 1.
Both run Zeni pausing there and making sure that Varia is equipped.
Yep. Yeah, taking it off drains lets them Metroid drain faster. I think I mentioned this the last time we were around here. All right, and here's the save. Here is the save. Hoda Ruby room giving Azder a little bit of trouble there with the enemies there. Okay, and 3 Musketeers. Pass 1. Pass. No. Oh,
Barely.
All right, passed all 3. No problem.
Wait, Zeni's down a super. Zeni can't. Oh, never mind. No, Zeni isn't down a super. Sorry.
Yeah, Zeni has 10 and 9 here.
Turret out for what?
Yeah, cannot have a super sniped. Not at all. But yeah, he's good.
$200 charge shots. After charge shot 151, Weathering will start her catch-up beam, which is a one-hit KO right now.
Yep, absolutely not free. Very dangerous. We're gonna be here for a good bit, watching this on the edge of our seats. All right, Azder taking that farm farming up the 10 and 10.
So this is going to be close to a 4-minute fight. And it's very easy to zone out and accidentally get booped.
Yep. Kinda like that. That tater tot. Luckily, one thing about the tater tots is you can kind of hit in the middle of them, and they will not actually damage you. All right, as they're coming into Meridian now, entering into the fishbowl, going to be having to do the gravity jumps up Mount Everest that we saw both runners do a couple of times now. Look at the precision that Azder has with these gravity jumps. Really, really nice. Oh,
That might still work.
yeah, he's good.
There we go.
Getting that suit back on just enough time to come over to the wall.
Zeni with a really, really good Mother Brain so far.
Yeah, this by no means, I mean, we've mentioned it before, no means free. Very difficult. Nicely done by ShinyZeni.
See if Usher manages to get the super this time. Nope. 0 for 4 on supers. Zeni taking a hit from the middle of the bomb, so Zeni doesn't take any damage. The middle of the bomb does 3 damage, which means that the gravity suit will do 0 damage. Zeni is 3/4 of the way through his Mother Brain fight. And this portion of the fight is usually easier not to get hit at. Just more dangerous because each of those catch-up beams is a one-shot KO.
Very dangerous. Yeah, he wants to be very careful here. As they're on this bot wound fight again, kind of out of ammo, but takes him down with that charge beam. On the refill, another ice shield for Zeni, and into the cutscene.
Zeni going for the maximum lag rainbow beam.
Yeah, that is going to make it near impossible for Azder to catch up at this point in time.
And one of the ice particles even hits Mother Brain on the way out.
Yep. Just for the kicks.
And with that, Zeni has secured a spot in the semifinals against Loaders.
It's possible to die Mother Brain 3. That fight is still not free in this.
So we're just about guaranteed to have the top 4 seeds in the tournament being the top. No, not the top 4. 4 of the top 5 seeds in the tournament being the final 4.
supposed to work out when you're seated, right?
No heavy upsets in the playoffs. And wow, is this going to be a really, really sick round of 4?
It's been lots of great action in the Super Metroid multi-category tournament. So yeah, with prizes provided by Balls, Guarana, and Mega Cat Studios. Absolutely awesome, fantastic action throughout the entire tournament. Shout outs to both of these runners, ShinyZeni and azder. They have put on a spectacular show for us tonight. It's very nerve-wracking to run races back like this, back to back to back. So, super awesome job for both of these guys. We are on to the escape here for ShinyZeni. It is all but over for this race. azder has officially forfeit from the race at this point in time. So as soon as ShinyZeni hits the ship, that is going to do it for us. We'll see about getting these folks in here for a potential interview and giving them a little bit of getting to kind of understand what they were thinking with the choices that they made and other things like that as we saw throughout the entirety of this match.
This was such an excellent category pick by azder.
Yeah, very well done.
Game 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Very. I mean, if he wanted to push it to game 3, and why not? Because that's that's how you bring it in for the win when your opponent picks RBO, their strongest category right off the bat. You go for the gamble, and low percent ice it was. So very well thought out, very well strategized by azder, and really, just absolute excellent execution on both of these runners' parts. Didn't quite get there for azder. ShinyZeni trolling everybody by coming in here to the animals, firing a bunch of shots, leaving some bombs, and then running out.
Animals.
A wise decision not to save the animals. Nobody likes those guys.
So this is the last match. So there are no more matches currently scheduled, but in the next week, we are going to be seeing the 2 semifinals matches between Zost and Kip, and Sloters and Zeni.
Yep.
GG Zeni.
Absolutely. GG's to Zeni. Great job to azder. Thanks everybody for coming out. We'll see if we can get these guys in for an interview. So be sure to check your schedule for more Super Metroid multi-category tournament action. There's going to be more to come as this tournament heats up. We're going to go into the semifinals. All right, let's see if we get these folks in here.
Looks like we are going to get Zeni in for an interview.
All right. Hello, azder. How are you doing this evening?
I'm very tired.
I can imagine running RBO and then low percent ice. Oh, that's got to be stressful.
I had a feeling this was going to happen, although I wasn't totally sure. I thought maybe he would pick GT.
So you going into race 2, you had the choice. Zeni picks RBO for race 1. What were you thinking with your choice going into that selection?
Oh, I was just I was gonna pick either low percent or bingo, whichever one he didn't ban, because he's probably better than me at all the other categories, but those are the 2 I felt like I could win.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what we were speculating about. Obviously, ShinyZeni banned bingo straight off the bat. Not taking any chances with that. So very, very interesting. So now you're going into Mother Brain here in this low percent ice run. It's very close. You don't save. You go straight into Mother Brain. Tell us a little bit about what you were thinking at that point in time.
Yeah, so it looked like from what I was seeing from chat that he had enough ammo and energy to continue through Turian, and I was already thinking on the ship save, and I knew we were close already, so we were like neck and neck, and I thought he was going to take the ship refill as well, but then when I realized he wasn't, I realized that was going to put me behind, and that I was like if I got bad drops in Turian or whatever, I ended up behind after Turian as well. Like I didn't think I could afford the time to save. It's 2-door transitions and it's the save text box, and at the time I didn't even take the ship save because I legit wasn't sure if I could afford it or not. But I was kind of hoping that he would take the MB save if he didn't feel as confident, because I know he's less experienced in this. So it was kind of like a game of chicken. It looks like neither of us took the save. And I really mostly had that fight, but I got some terrible patterns. That catch-up, that catch-up was not an easy catch-up to dodge, and I dodged it, but I jumped into Mother Brain's leg because of the trajectory of my jump, and it's all the experience that I have in that fight just couldn't save me there.
Absolutely unfortunate there what happened, you hitting Mother Brain's knee. So you're going into this race, right? I'm gonna go back a little bit back in time here. And you're racing ShinyZeni. How certain were you that he was going to pick RBO, and what were you doing to kind of prepare for this race against Zeni?
So I did like a couple runs of every category in the table actually, just to I wasn't really going to grind for improvement, but I was going to grind to try and reinforce the strats I was comfortable with. I did not actually really think he would pick RBO. I thought it might be a possibility for Game 3. So when he picked it Game 1, I was kind of surprised, but I was excited because the idea of running it was fun. And I knew that there is a way I could conceivably get a win out of it. Like, he ran at 113, my PB's 112. Not easy to run the PB in a race. I could beat my PB, but with just the way with how nervous I was and how many things did not go according to plan, that just wasn't going to happen. But RBO, I felt like I ran my PB route, which is the one that I was most used to, and I didn't get any extra safeties that I wouldn't normally get, and I just tried to get my Ridley Fight consistent mainly, and it was consistent. It was as consistent as it was going to be, really. But I just tried to make sure that I was able to at least have a chance of doing anything that was put out there.
No, I think that seems like excellent planning on your part, excellent, kind of preparation. So we are joined here by ShinyZeni. How are you doing this evening? And why don't you walk us through your kind of pre-race prep? And you're racing azder. You go in and you're like, ban triple bingo. I want RBO. Take us through up to kind of what you were doing to prepare and up to that decision.
Yeah, sure. So the first bingo match I ever played was last week versus Hero 82 because he was rude and made me play bingo. And it was so miserable that I decided right then that I was going to ban bingo and practice low ice all week so that I would have a chance at beating azder at low ice. Because I was like, if I ban bingo, he's going to pick low ice, and I've only done one run, and I don't remember any of the strats or anything. So pretty much every day this week, I've spent 2 to 3 hours just going through the route, trying to reference other runs when I could, but not being super motivated for it either, and like being tired and just kind of like winging it here and there. Anyway, and then I was like, as far as my pick goes, for the tournament, for the entirety of the tournament, I've been saying I didn't want to run RBO, and that was true up until last night, when I think it was last night, maybe it was a couple days ago. It was Friday. It was Friday night. Zost and who was it? Aussie had their RBO race, and I was watching that, and I was like looking at the routes that they were doing, and just remembering the enjoyment that I got out of RBO, and I was like, you know what? I bet people would be pretty hype about that too. So yeah, before that, I was more or less planning on picking GT Classic because it's short. It meshes well with 100%, which is what I'm grinding right now. It's my main category that I'm working on, and but I just figured it sounded fun, and I thought it'd be pretty hype. So I'm glad I did, because it was a good race. Like Azder said, I ran a 1:13. That's not anywhere near a safe race time for me. So yeah, I don't know what my plans are going forward versus Sloters next week. Chances are I'm going to lose that match, because I always lose to Sloters. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I also have to say, ShinyZeni decided not to save the game, and that was a mistake. That was a giant mistake for sure. So
I ask about that too. So yeah, you're going into Mother Brain there in this low percent run, and it's close, and neither of you take the save.
I knew if I grabbed the save, I was going to be behind.
Yeah, same.
So that's kind of what it came down to. I was like, if I take this and we both finish the fight, and it's a decent fight on both of our parts, I'm probably going to be behind, and it's hard to make up time during that fight or during the escape. So yeah, I skipped the save, and then I immediately botched the Zeb skip very badly, to the point where I had no extra health, so I couldn't take any hits, and so then I was tilted and worried, and I made it very carefully over to Mother Brain 1, knowing that he had to be ahead at that point, because I had to reset the room anyway, which is basically the same as long as it would have taken to save. And I'm there breaking Mother Brain 1's tank, and then I get turret sniped, and I was just like, well, GG, I guess. Like that's it. But I figured I'd watch Azder's run and just keep tabs, because I didn't know when his last save was. Then he died at Mother Brain, and I'm glad that I took that time to just kind of chill, because it helped me calm down for sure. I would have been like super tilted if I just gone straight back into it. So yeah, he died. We both started back up, and I just thought to myself, I was like, okay, this is my second chance. I need to make sure that I'm 100% focused in, because like I could feel myself slipping. I think Sassy said in the chat, I've been playing pretty much all day. I'm super tired. This is rough. So go ahead.
Exactly why I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but that's exactly
fine.
why Freyas and I thought that you did take that break, was to kind of recenter and rezone yourself mentally before you went back into the game. So go ahead and finish your thoughts.
That's pretty much it. Just I'm glad I was able to pull it through, and I'm sad that Azder took another death. It was at Dragon, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It sounds weird to be sad that your opponent died and gave you a huge advantage, right? But legitimately, like, I think one of my favorite things about the Super Metroid community is how hyped the races get. Not just between runners, but for the community as well. And so when that happens, like, not that I was like, oh, this is free now, but I knew that I had a huge advantage at that point. And
Yeah, I knew it wasn't like 100% over, and that's like I was so tired. I'm so tired at this point. I only kept playing because I knew it wasn't 100% over.
Right.
But like you know, it probably is. But
This is it's very grueling to run this game. Number one, it's very grueling to run this game back to back to back to back. So I would absolutely imagine that the both of you folks are very tired at this point in time, and now you can kind of go and take a rest. So ShinyZeni, we know what's next for you, and that's going to be Sloaters next week. Anything that we're going to be seeing from you, azder? I know you were doing the SMZ3 as well.
yeah, I'm still in that. I specifically waited to schedule my match in SMZ3, and I'm in. So I'm in round of 32 of that, and I'm in round of. I'm in winter semis of SMRAT, and I specifically waited to schedule those until after this, because I wanted to practice for this. I didn't actually practice for this like nearly as much as I should have, because there's like a ROM hack event yesterday that I tried most of the week to take the record in Super Metroid Y Faster from Saffron, and I didn't get it, and I kind of botched the race too. So, but I'm like doing a lot of stuff. I didn't really improve that much in this tourney, but I'm doing like 4 things at once, and I did improve a lot at like A Link to the Past. So I'm kind of okay with that. Like I want to say I'm disappointed because I really did not. I objectively just did not play well this race. There are so many things that went wrong, but I'm not really that disappointed. Like I think all in all it is kind of understandable, and if it happened at a time where it kind of sort of didn't completely make the difference between the win and the loss. Like game 3, I wasn't favored to win game 3, but game 2 I felt confident enough, and I got very unlucky, I think, but also just nerves. I haven't been this nervous for a race in a very long time.
That's totally understandable. And I mean, look, making top 8 of the Super Metroid multi-category tournament is absolutely nothing to shake a stick at. I think that's fantastic performance, and it just goes to show how skilled you are in this game. And hats off to Zeni for taking it here, and because both of you guys are very, very skilled, and it's tough to run this game consistently well. I've been doing this since I guess 2016, and I'm not good in any particular category. So it just goes to show how much time you guys have put into the game and how much focus that each of the categories that you've run here and demonstrated in this tournament. So yeah, any questions, thoughts from you, Freyas? We haven't heard too much from you for our runners, for our folks at home.
No, we're just really, the last match was super exciting, that they were close enough that it caused them to make it caused both of them to decide to skip the safety save, and that led to an incredibly exciting match. And so GG to both of you, and GG to azder for putting on an amazing show, and good luck to Zeni in the semis.
thank you.
Yeah, that's very succinct. I think that's spot on, Frez. Right, this was an exciting, both game 1 and game 2, very exciting. So, with that being said, do you guys, azder, ShinyZeni, have any other thoughts?
I just want to say thanks for the commentary, and as always, thank you to our sponsors and for all the organizers putting this together. It's been super fun, and I look forward to the upcoming week of matches.
azder? all right. You don't have to say anything.
It's just I think this was a really good tournament. I really liked the way it was put together, and it was just like all the different situations that can come up made this like I think a much more exciting match than it could have been otherwise in like a straight one category tournament maybe. But it showed me that like I don't know, my lows in racing are just like racing this game is really 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 hard. It can be so different from just grinding out attempts, and it I don't know. It's I'm glad that I had fun with it, and that I don't feel too badly. Like I felt really badly about some of my other performances, but I'm learning to kind of take it better and not think of it as like personal failure so much. It's just things that happen.
It's Super Metroid. Sometimes you play well, and sometimes you play really terribly, and either way, nobody is good at this game. So, absolutely. All right. Well, I'm going to drop off. Thanks again, everybody, and I'll see you guys later.
Thank you so much for this amazing match.
Yes. All right, everyone. Thank you for coming out and watching this match in the round of 8 here for the Super Metroid multi-category tournament. Thank you to sponsors Bogos, Guarana, and Mega Cat Studios. Thanks to our admins, and thanks to you once again for coming out and watching. And we will see you next mission.